Mabuhay teammates, ito ang Basketball Universe at ako si Bill Velasco. Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Smart Sports. Sa pagkakataong ito, ang inyong lingkod naman po ang na-interview ng ating mga kaibigan sa An Eternity of Basketball at binaliktanawan namin ang 40 taon na nagko-cover ng basketball ang inyong lingkod. Panoorin natin.
Bill Velasco on the show, guys. And na-excite yung mga tao, no? Yung mga fans na si Bill nga, nandiyan sa Idol Karaula. Daming mga comments di ba? Daming share agad na si Bill ang guest natin. Well, anyway, so umpisa natin, Bill, kasi syempre, you are now the Bill Velasco. But how did it all start out? Nung bata ka ba, ano ba mga inaasap-asap mo sa buhay? Visions? What were you doing back then in grade school to where you are now?
Nagsimula kasi yan nung bata ako, marami akong yung tinatawag na factory defect. No, the migraines, asthma, scoliosis, flat feet. So literally, sports saved my life. No, I swam every day for 2 years. I did very painful calisthenics to straighten out my back because I had flat feet. I couldn't stand for long periods of time, so I indulged in a lot of running. Tapos doon nagsimula. And then my mom's youngest brother, my uncle Romy, was a basketball player for Lourdes in Quezon City. Tapos kasabayan ni Fritz Gaston. And bumubuntot-buntot ako sa kanya, yung pala kasi gusto niyang gamitin yung bola ko. Ang dami kong nataspag na bola. Kaya pala niya ako pinasasama sa mga laro nila. And doon nagsimula yung pagmamahal ko sa basketball, and I thought paglaki ko siguro I have to find a way to give back to sports. So that's where it all started 40 years ago nung naging broadcaster ako.
You have Ateneo Lasal roots, di ba?
Yes.
So which is which? Saan ka nag-grade school and saan ka nag-college?
Nag-grade school ako sa Lasal. He's a batchmate ko si Gary Valenciano. And then I transferred to Ateneo. Tapos syempre ang hirap kasi galing ka Lasal. Wala akong kamalay-malay na galit sila sa mga Lasalista. And because dahil pinaghirapan ko talaga na maging bahagi ng komunidad sa Ateneo, gusto ako lipat ng nanay ko sa UP, for college. Sabi ko, ma, dito na lang ako kasi medyo pinaghirapan ko na maging Atenista. So paninindigan ko na. So 7 years Lasal, 8 years Ateneo.
So sa UAB, kanino ka nag-cheer?
Yun. Hindi, LC pa nga yata nun eh.
I made the team nung second year, kasabay ko si Nonoy Chuatico. Tapos si Coach Chot Reyes, Jojo Lastimosa, isang batch na nauna sa akin. Kaya lang, anong panahon na yun, hindi ko kilala yung biological father ko. Walang dual citizenship nung araw, kahit na pinanganak ako sa US, syempre. Sabi ko, kung itutuloy-tuloy ko yung basketball career ko, dadating ako sa punto na maglalaro ako sa Philippine team, they would ask me to give up my US citizenship. So sabi ko, wala pang internet nun, so paano ko hahanapin yung tatay ko, di ba? So I gave up basketball because I knew na hahanapin ko yung biological father ko.
Pero anong position mo nun? Anong playing position mo nun?
Well, I started as a center at 6'2". Tapos syempre habang tumataas yung level ng laro mo, bumababa yung position mo. So I was playing small forward at the time. And then Nonoy Chuatico and I played the same position. His brother Paul was team captain nung pumasok ako. Senior si Paul, sentro siya noon at 6'4".
Si Facundo kasama mo?
Mike Facundo was my classmate in high school. He played in high school.
Pero nung bata ka, sabi mo, dami mong iba-ibang mga sports. Kailan ka nag-decide na basketball talaga? Or was it just basketball talaga? Nag-focus ka? Or there were other sports you were playing on the side as well?
I was a goalkeeper sa soccer, and then swimming was my first sport. And then lahat halos sinubukan ko. A little taekwondo, a little tennis, a little karate. Pero at the end of the day, basketball talaga, yung naka-leather shoes pa kami, naka-school uniform pa, walang punas-punas, walang ligo-ligo, ba? Pagkatapos maglaro, sotolino uniforme, sakay ng jeep, uwi na ng bahay. Yun yung panahon na idol ko si Dr. J, so Julius Erving. Unang jersey was a Dr. J jersey about 60 pounds ago. Kaya sa garahe, naglalaro ako mag-isa, although I'm the wrong color, pero ini-imagine ko na Ako si
Ah,
Dr.
your-
J. So,
Your hair is not quite the afro. It's not quite the afro that was needed. Hindi, pero so
PBA,
naglalaro.
sino idol mo?
Ayun, yung PBI
Ah,
doon. Sige, PBI doon.
Chris pa.
Chris
Mm.
pa, okay.
Chris pa.
Sino
Favorite
doon?
player ko si Freddy Hubalde.
So you play basketball, you would play these other sports. Did you dabble in sports writing already, even at a younger age?
Hindi. Actually, I was into theater, no?
Yes, yes.
I was one of the founders of the literary magazine of LaSalle Green Hills, no? Nung grade 5 ako. And then I joined Dulang Sibol. Did a lot of creative writing. I did Tanghalang Ateneo. I did a little bit of Teatro Filipino under Rolando Tino. I did UPPCCA. Nung reporter na ako. And nung naging reporter ako, doon na medyo nagbago lahat. Sabi ko, wala talaga nagko-cover ng sports sa TV. Hanggang ngayon, di ba, manood kayo ng mga newscast natin sa prime time, hindi naman araw-araw may sports. So, sabi ko, yun ang naging hamon sa akin. Pag narinig ko kasi, it's never been done before. Yan, medyo ganahan ako dyan to be the first to do it.
Let's go back in time and check out some photos, some images from the career of Bill Velasco.
Oh my
Yan,
God.
no?
Wow!
Tingnan nyo naman yan. Who's that boy?
1989.
Oh, diba?
1989 sa Rizal
Saan
Memorial.
Okay, anong event yan?
Hindi ko na maalala eh. Pero kasi wala akong pinipiling sport noon eh. Basta may sports, maisama ko lang sa TV Patrol. Whether it gets bumped off or not, basta subo lang ako na subo ng sports noon. And on top of my other duties. Kaya first 6 months, I was doing morning shift and night shift. Walang day off para siguradong magmarka. Yun, that was so 60 pounds ago, 70 pounds ago.
Oh, tsaka iba pa yung hawi ng buhok mo. Iba.
Ayan.
Makapal pa yung buhok.
Hindi, Bill, ang question ko dyan, hindi ba, may feedback ka ba naririnig na paano nagsasalita ng Tagalog to, Amerikano to, o puti to?
Madalas, inabot ko pa yung tail end ng panahon na, "Hey Joe, wanna buy watch?" World War II pa. Oo. Saka ang hirap. Kasi muntik na ako pag-aralin ng mother ko sa Pangasinan. Sipin niyo yun.
Okay.
Yung itsura ko, tapos doon ako sa puro panggalatok yung kaklase ko.
Oh.
So, tumagal na ako na isang araw, inayawan ko na, sabi ko, mukhang hindi mangyayari to.
Para ka sana si Park Pingris, di ba? Yung
Yes, yeah. It's about to say,
Si Mark, sa
Pasurubio.
Pasurubio.
Pasurubio si, sa Ilocano side na yata yun, di ba?
Bandang dulo na.
Ang init pa magsuot ng ganyan, di ba? Yung vest na ganyan.
Oo, lalo na nung nauso. Sa akin naman, ang dahil bulsa, wala naman ako ilalagay.
Naka-long sleeve pa.
Oo, di ba?
Looking back at that time now, you were getting paid a certain amount. Was it worth your effort?
Ngayon na binabalik ako, hindi. Malilit ang mga sweldo nung araw, lalong-lalo na kaumpisa lang namin, no? Pero sa dami ng ginagawa kong trabaho, medyo okay na. And I was not married at that time. I didn't have a family. So okay na. Okay na rin yun. Tsaga na lang talaga. Kasi I had a dream na magkaroon talaga ng ABS-CBN Sports.
But eventually, you made your way nga to this league called the PBA. Was PBA your first basketball? Was it PBL first? Ano ba nauna?
Nauna yung PBA kasi wala pang mga NCAA at UAAP
Right.
nung panahon. In fact, wala nga TV coverage ang NCAA. If you remember, 1989, Eugene Kilban, San Sebastian versus Don Perpetual, Bong Hawkins. Walang nagko-cover. Ako lang. No, nakinunan ko. Oh no, yan na yung vintage days.
Oh yes, yeah. Because that's the guy. The guy beside you is the one who says it's an eternity of basketball, di ba?
Yes, I'm proud to say I was Joe Cantada's boss.
Oh, diba?
Ang nangyari kasi, Seb Sarmenta was my professor in college.
Okay.
Isa pa lang niya magturo noon. And then, he invited me to do the halftime show for PBA, for Vintage at that time. Nagpaalam naman ako ng maayos sa ABS-CBN. Sabi ko, I'm starting a family, kailangan ako ng kumita ng mas malaki. Pinayagan ako, pero nung nakita nilang PBA, pinapili nila ako. Pero sabi nila, pumili ka kung ABS-CBN o PBA, pero wala ka ng on-camera sa ABS-CBN. So parang pinarusahan ako, nagpaalam naman ako ng maayos. So sabi ko, susugal na lang ako, nag-PBA ako.
But then so basketball ang focus dyan, partner. Pero like you said, it opened up doors for other sports. And which sports were you comfortable with? And which sports did you do na parang feeling mo, puta, I'm sounding like wala akong alam dito, and I'm sure makikita ng mga fans to.
Kasi nung reporter ako, wala namang PBA araw-araw, no? So I would cover billiards, darts, kasi bowling. Kasi yun yung may mga monthly tournament eh. So doon ko pinupuno yung schedule ko. So I had to learn all of those sports. Tapos pag nag-cover ka ng SEA Games, ang una kong gagawin, pupunta ako sa media center, kukunin ko lahat ng rule books, babasahin ko para alam ko. No? Kaya pagdating sa actual competitions, wala nang pwedeng itapon. No? Kasi you have to know how to do it. Eh. Yun ang tinuturo ko sa bata ngayon. You need to know at least 5 sports. Lalo na sa panahon, ang daming sport ngayon na wala nung araw. No? Wala namang capoeira, walang chukball, walang
chukball.
Pickleball. You know, I've counted at least 20 new sports since I started. So, hindi mo kailangan matutunan mo lahat yun. Kung hindi, mapag-iiwanan ka talaga.
But Bill, I can remember, did you do, for PBA, did you ever do anchor duties?
Yes.
Yes.
There was one Sunday na hindi nila alam kung na-contact nila si Butch o hindi. So, tinawagan nila ako to sit in. I was just doing the halftime. No? Eh, tama-tama, natapos na namin yung intro, tsaka dumating si Butch. So, pinatuloy-tuloy na sa akin yung game. And then, when Joe got sick, no, he was doing a replay of a Shell Pure Foods game. So, Makitin Chan tumakbo sa ospital. Then they said he had cancer. Ko yung pumalit sa kanya. So, and then yan yung sunod-sunod na pag ako nagko-cover, may overtime, may nagagalit na yung mga asawa ng mga player, kasi alam nila pag ako, hindi matatapos agad yung game. So yun na yun. Yun yung nagtatak sa kanila.
You eventually became executive producer ba ng coverages?
Yes, I was. After my first year.
Okay. Tapos ikaw in charge din yung mga videos na ginagawa at the end of the season?
Yes. That's
okay.
Akong nagsimula nung merong videos at the end of every game.
Yeah, correct.
Saka yung makakapag slow mo sila from all the cameras, no? Kinausap ko Nisha, may pinagawa akong maliit na switcher sa kanya. So, and then pinakyat ko yung isang cameraman, sinamahan ko yung cameraman namin sa kisame ng Ultra para may overhead.
Nice.
Ang ganda ng logo ng PBA noon eh. Hindi pa yung Jaworski logo noon eh. Kaya pag jump ball, ang ganda tignan. So, of course, yung cameraman ko, si Willie Laude, nangangatog yung tubod. Kasi puro akiw at high tension lang yung nandun eh. Diba? So, kinabahan siya. Pero sabi ko parang maganda naman yung trabaho natin.
Pero was it weird ba, Bill, na
Really still around.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Was it weird? you became an EP, so essentially yung mga katrabaho mo dati sa panel were under you now, and you were, like you said, the youngest. So how was that dynamic naman? May mga nag-grumble ba behind your back or?
Wala naman masyado, pero ang problema, nagkaroon ng konting friction kasi syempre pag meron akong gustong gawin, ay yung iba they disagree or tinatamad sila dahil mas bata ako, parang medyo walang respeto, no, doon sa gawin. And then yung mga ibang nakapaligid kay Sir Bobong, syempre pag meron akong bagong idea, hindi nila gagawin, tapos after a few months magiging idea na nila, tapos matutuloy. You know, it's typical Filipino politics. Kaya sabi ko, after a few years, sabi ko, okay na siguro ako dito. Pwede na akong lumipat na sa iba.
Right.
Okay, let's go to the next photo.
Yeah, no? Diba, you're with the Skywalker. There in the PBA. We always love the photos when you're wearing these red coats, no? There's several of those, but you know, ganun talaga. Pati sila Andy, di ba? Oo, di ba? May green nga na ganyan. Pero so you meet these people, and some are difficult, Bill. Di ba? Some are difficult, some are hard to talk to, some are even bastos. How do you deal with that? How you know, tell us a little bit about your experiences there.
Unang-una sa lahat, no, syempre pag lalapit ka, huwag mo naman lapitan na habang kumakain or let's say kasama yung anak, ganyan. And pag ayaw talaga, wala kang magagawa. I had an experience with si Patrick Ewing, no, sa 2004 NBA China Games, yung unang-unang game sa Shanghai. At talagang, kung hindi ka magandang babae, hindi ka kakausapin. Maganda lang ako babae, so hindi niya ako. Diba? May mga iba natakot lang talaga sa camera. No, naranasan ko si Terry Saldana, nilapitan ko. Diba? Terry, tumatakbo pag may camera. Diba? Sabi ko, hindi pala siya takot sa baril, sa camera pala siya tatakot. Yung iba naman, you have to win them over. No? Kasi nung same event na yun, 2004, dinala ko sa Shanghai ng Adidas. And one of the things we got to do was to interview Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No? Si Kareem, diba, medyo suplado yan, standoffish siya. Pero natuwa siya sa amin. Ako, si Anthony Suntay at si Gino Rufino yung nag-interview sa kanya. Yung 15 minutes lang na binigay sa amin, naging 45 minutes.
Wow.
Nice.
Pinipigilan ni Kareem kasi natuwa siya sa amin. No? So, I think...
Ano meron? Ano meron? What made him so engaged?
Bago magkaroon ng NBA China Games, nagkaroon ng training camp yung mga junior players ng China. Pero andun si Kareem, sino pa ba na, Detlef Schrempf, maraming mga Josh Smith. So talagang, syempre, nandun kami kasi Adidas di ba? Doon kami namangha na ganong kalaki ang basketball hanggang sa China na yung mga 16 years old, 7'1", nanliliit talaga ako noon So sabi ko, ito yung isa sa mga talagang gustong-gusto ko sa trabaho natin na we have access. Ganyan yan, literato ni Samboy. I was the last one to interview him bago siya nagkasakit. No? So, iba yung feeling, yung ganun na nakakausap mo, tao lang din naman sila Okay.
Right.
Bagay na hinahangaan ng maraming tao.
Tama. That's right. Just to acknowledge, Sid, acknowledge ko lang, nanonood si Django Arce, of course, Chris Bade, kinakamusta ka? Hi, Bill daw. Tsaka si Coach Ariel, Vanguardia. OGs only daw, OGs. Sino ba OG rito? Wala namang OG rito.
Original gangster.
Thanks for watching. Sige, Sid, go ahead.
No, I think what Jay was getting to, Bill, was what made Kareem enjoy your talk? Ano yung mga pinag-usapan nyo? Kasi alam ko, very short ang attention span or saka impatience niya for interviews.
Talagang kilala siya na suplado siya. But, hindi lang kasi basketball na pinag-usapan namin. Unang-una nagulat siya sa lalim ng kaalaman namin. Hindi lang tungkol sa basketball, pero tungkol sa kanya. Tapos, tinanong ko siya about yung mga libro na sinulat niya tungkol sa African-American history. Naramdaman niya na hindi ito mga ordinaryong reporter. Talagang professional basketball journalists. Kaya parang na-relax siya, let his guard down. Tapos siya na yung nagsasabing, teka lang, di pa kami tapos mag-usap.
Galing.
Tuwan-tuwa siya. Napatunayan namin na ang mga Pinoy talaga, alam natin ang pinag-uusapan natin, lalo na basketball.
Right. Next photo natin, ito nga, the guy we were talking about. So, obviously, sikat na sikat itong pair na ito at alam na natin kung bakit. Aside from mahusay sila yung pair na yan, talagang match na match kayo, binaliktad yung mga pangalan ninyo
Ano yun? That was a UAAP game. Si Chino Trinidad. Yun yung mataas pa yung mga buhok namin. Trinidad was the courtside reporter and nagkamali siya, tumayo siya sa tabi nung horn sa Rizal Memorial. Di ba parang parang air raid siren. So nagre-report siya, nagulat siya, sabi niya, back to you, Bullen Beach.
Hindi naman sadya, hindi naman sa...
Pinakilalang blooper sa kasaysayan ng Philippine Sports
May
Broadcast.
video nga online yan dati, hinahanap ko. Wala na mukhang pinababa
80 So ewan ko kung may nag-upload pa niyan doon sa internet.
Anong year yun? I was able to see it. Buti nga wala pang social media at that time or else it would have really gone viral right then and there, di ba? But
Gisang-gisa si Chino kung may social media na.
Pero
Oo.
before that, wala naman kayong tuksuhan talaga ni Butch na pwede talaga pagbalik na rin yung pangalan nyo.
Hindi, wala.
Wala talaga. Okay.
Well,
Yun
what
talaga.
what happened to Chino afterwards? I mean, was he inconsolable or
Ah,
pinagalitan ba?
nahiya lang siya, pero alam niyo naman si Chino wala naman siya paki sa sinasabi ng ibang tao. So,
Mm.
just kept working at it and working at it. Tapos, nauna ako umalis sa Vintage and he stayed behind. So, tapos nag-PABL commissioner siya.
Which one turns you on the most among all these different hats that you wear?
Yung being a creator, no? Kasi yun talaga ang trip ko Pag nagawa na ba to, hindi pa nagagawa. Sige, gawin natin. Like, first, I started 3x3 in the Philippines basically with the Adidas Street Ball. I made changes in the PBA TV coverage that are still being used now. I put together, si Freddie Webb sa Pampanga yan. I think we were doing a knockout game for NBA. Pero ang gusto ko talaga yung may nililikha akong bago, hardball, basketball, the basketball show, ngayon yung Basketball Universe PHL, and then yung hardball na buhay uli sa radyo, sa DWAN, Masters of the Game, which won an international award and an TV award. So, sa akin yun ang kaligayahan ko Pag merong bago akong nalilikha na nagugustuhan ng tao. Siyempre, hindi lahat nagugustuhan ng tao, pero when it lasts, then, you've contributed something and given something back.
Bill, how have you adjusted to the new rules, pagdating sa distributing your sports content? Kasi dati cable talaga, TV was king But now there's streaming, everything is online, no? And I think you've made a very successful transition. Yung Basketball Universe is on YouTube. Pero initially, how did you navigate it?
Actually, medyo late na nga ako kasi syempre ilang taon na yan, mga TikTok and all of that. It's only May of last year when we launched Basketball Universe PHL, and it's up and down really. Pero kailangan talaga tuloy-tuloy lang hanggang sakyan ng mga tao. Tapos babalikan nila yung mga lumang episodes na parang you say, you've been around, it's become a habit already.
Let's look at this photo, and because you are you said earlier, you are a Crispa fan, you are a Hubalde fan, but here you are with the two Toyota guys. And when was this, and what was this about? And what did you talk about with these two guys? Grabe kayo, ang hirap yung bantayan, gano'n?
This was 2000, kasi humaba lang ang buhok ko, 2005
Okay.
So, I actually had a ponytail very briefly after this. So 2004, 2005 yan. This was parang umuwi yata ng Pilipinas si Francis Arnaiz. We talk quite often. He's a painter now. I interviewed for Masters of the Game. And si Coach Sunny, ako lang yata nakapasok sa bahay niya when I interviewed him for the PBA documentary 10 years ago. So, kumbaga, again, si Coach Sunny kasi, ang reklamo niya dati is everybody talks about him and nobody talks to him. So, pag may tanong ako, pinakausap ko. And then si Francis, we chat with each other every so often. He spends half of the year here in the Philippines. So, may pagkakataon talagang makakausap mo. Tsaka ito yung mga wala silang ere madaling kausap. Pag ayaw kang kausapin, hindi ka naman talaga kakausapin.
Totoo. But here's Ahas. Picture with Ahas on the right, and then with Coach Leo.
Si Coach Leo, last year lang yan doon sa restaurant niyang 8 flavors of Negros.
Bagong championship na naman para kay Coach Leo. It just keeps growing, the trophy cabinet for him.
Bill, ano favorite interview mo?
Oh, wow. Jeez. One, Kelly Williams for one. Sino pa ba? Glenn McDonald, I really enjoyed interviewing him. Monday, I'm supposed to interview Gene Snitsky, yung WWE wrestler. So I look forward to that. Marami yung mga billiard players. Yung mga hindi ganun kasikat na athletes natin, Ani Ramirez sa Jiu-Jitsu. Yan ang talagang mga kasi pa kwentuhan lang alam niyo naman ako, painless naman ako mag-interview So,
Yeah. Yung McDonald interview, how was it? Bakit favorite mo yun?
I found out, nalaman kong he was here, na nandito siya kasi pumunta siya sa wedding ni Vice Governor Mac Manotoc because
Yes.
he was his coach before. Tapos kinontak ko, umuwi naman bago sila umalis. And may inaanak siya na may restaurant sa San Juan, so we met there. I love his wife. He's very nice. And ganda ng kwentuhan kasi wala siyang walang, kumbaga, kahit ano itanong mo, sasagutin naman niya eh. So, no ego kasi matagal na siyang retired.
Right. Saka fond memories, di ba? Fond memories of the Philippines. When we had him on the show as well a few years ago, he was very happy to talk about his experiences here and of course, in the NBA.
Yeah.
Still sharp. Sharp pa rin.
Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Your thoughts on the state of Philippine sports right now and sportscasting, the whole industry, ano mga naiisip mo ngayon?
Well, I personally, I think Philippine sports is in very good shape for once. First of all, PSC Chairman Pato Gregorio is doing an amazing job, and sana wag siyang ilipat sa tourism department. What Coach now did, that 60 billion is going to do a lot. Actually, ako lang yung journalist na naglalabas ng issue na yon from as far back as the late 90s, na kalahati lang ng PAGCOR ang napupunta sa 5% ng PAGCOR napupunta sa PSC. In fact, in 1996, when Senator Drilon was DOJ Secretary, he already ruled on it na mali nga yung interpretasyon ng batas. So I'm really glad that Coach Yang took the lonely path and did it. Maraming talagang napakagaling na mga atleta ng ating bansa. Ang problema ngayon naman is we are so successful in basketball na pinag-aagawan na yung mga player natin. Contracts with their mother teams. Kai, is he going to get a shot at an NBA team? Kay Quentin, pera. But this already happened back in 2012 with our rugby team. Kasi naglaro sila ng professional sa Japan, pangako ng Japan, ipapahiram sa national team, tapos ginawa. Diba? So we practically had to start again. Same thing with the ASCALs, every so often, pinapayagan ng Pilipinas. So it is something we have to live with kasi iba na yung sistema ngayon. Wala na mga full-time national team. Hindi kagaya ng araw, di ba? May tryouts, buong taon na kayo magkasama. Ngayon, hindi na Wala nang gumagawa, because professional sports is very expected. So I'm very happy. I want to see other sports also succeed. MMA, paddle, pickleball, sana mawalan na ng politika. Kasi yun lang naman ang
yun talaga.
nasumisira sa atin. We're very immature politically.
You were an anchor sa NCAA games, di ba? I mean, yeah. When I was with the UAAP naman nun, we were both with ABS-CBN nun, and then, may memorable game ka ba nun, Bill? Or not necessarily a buzzer beater or what, pero coverage, may nangyari nakakatawa or medyo holy shit ka on air, something like that?
There were three that I think of, yung kinover namin ni Freddie Webb nga na knockout game sa NBA, and Ruel Bravo hit an off-balance 3-point shot at the buzzer to send Pampanga to the final, and halos sinasakal ko na si Freddie nun sa sobrang. Tapos yung unang NCAA championship ng San Beda in the Sam Ekwe era.
Okay.
They were 25 going to the fourth quarter, then they almost went scoreless. It boiled down to the last basket, and Bo Belga took a jump shot that hit the front of the rim, and San Beda won. And after that, sunod-sunod na
Yeah.
So, yung mga ganyan. And of course, the dream team, yung PBA championship, ang dami.
I've got a list of choices for you. You just choose. You don't have to explain why you chose that certain choice. So may listahan ako So A or B, ganun lang. Mamili ka lang. Number 1, Mon Fernandez or Sonny Jaworski?
Wow. Sonny Jaworski.
Sonny, okay. Philip Cesar or Abby King?
Philip Cesar.
Philip Cesar. Chris Paboy. Pinggoy Pengson or Ed Picson?
Ed Dixon.
Ed Picson. Okay. Leo Prieto or Rudy Salud?
Wow! Ang hirap no. Leo Prieto.
Baby Dalupan or Tim Cone?
Baby Dalupan.
Yeng Giao or Chot Reyes?
Yang Giao.
Mark Kagiwa or James Yap?
Mark Agiwa.
Jimmy Alapag or Mike Cortez?
Jimmy Alapag.
Dante Silverio or Edo Campo?
Ed Ocampo.
Alan Kaidik or Samboy Lim?
Oh. Samboy. Samboy.
Samboy. Okay. Yung ka-picture mo kanina. Ron Jacobs or Tim Cone?
Ron Jacobs. I'm for the Pioneer.
Kenneth Duremdes or Virgel Meneses?
Berel Meneses.
MBA or PBA?
Oh. For what it's worth, MB.
Jordan or LeBron? Siyempre,
Jordan.
siyempre. Okay,
Jordan.
siyempre.
Natanong
Wilt,
Gumanong pa eh.
Chamberlain or Russell?
Russell.
Russell. It's Shaquille O'Neal or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Hakim.
Hakeem. Oh, yun talaga old school. Eh. Okay. Hector Calma or Johnny A?
Johnny A.
Johnny A. Wow, okay. Ange Kouame or Ben Embala?
Ange.
Ange
Mhm.
Kouame. Ildefonso or Adukul?
Ildefo.
Ildefonso, okay. Don Ontiveros or Alex Compton?
Alex Compton.
Alex Compton. Pwede ka bumate, mag-thank you, mag-shoutout, acknowledge, go before we let you go.
Well, I just want to thank everybody na tumulong sa akin, lalo-lalo na nung nagkasakit ako. I was shocked, at how many people, really have taken notice of our work, respected us as a person, and really showed love for us. I would like to thank also my family for standing by me. I want to, thank all of you guys na, we've known each other for literally decades already. It's nice for us to, kasi tayo lang naman na pwede magkwentuhan ng ganito eh. So, napakasarap, no? Kasi in the radio station, I'm the oldest guy there, so I have to, may asterisk yung mga jokes ko eh. Please explain to people. Diba? But again, my favorite expression now is happy to be here. And I'm thankful for you guys. This was fun. Maybe we can do this over a couple of beers. I will watch, you will drink.
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Smart Sports. At yan ang Basketball Universe para sa araw na ito. Abangan kami ng Lunes at Biyernes sa lahat ng social media platforms. Kaya like, share, subscribe at follow na rin lalong-lalo na sa TikTok at Instagram. Nais naming pasalamatan ang Smart Sports. Laging tandaan saan man kayo at ano man ang ginagawa ninyo, magkakampi tayo. Ako si Bill Velasco at ito ang Basketball Universe.